know over the last 2-3 weeks, I've done quite a few videos on First Nations and the reservations, the chiefs, the council. And by and large, I've gotten a lot of really good feedback from First Nations people themselves. But I have gotten a few really shitty ones where people are slamming me for being racist or not knowing what I'm talking about and stuff. And I think they have to misunderstand what I'm trying to say, because if they did, they can't possibly disagree with me. So I want to try one more, and it's going to be my last one, and I want to make it abundantly clear, okay? First Nations in Canada has gotten $300 billion in the last 10 years towards water, housing, various programs for them and things to this effect. And over that same period of time, there's been nothing been improving on the water in the houses. There's been nothing improving on the health of the First Nations. Life expectancy has actually dropped. Alcoholism is still a problem. There's no program set up for that, or not enough. And there's no accountability for the money, okay? $300 billion is a lot of money, and it's not accounted for. It goes to the reserve, it goes to the chief and council, and where it goes from there, nobody knows.
Yeah, okay. Since you were going to try to get that to land on last time or whatever, let me give it the old good faith college try again there, Tom. So, firstly, it's not that First Nations have been given $300 billion. That is money that is owed, man. Like, that is money that is owed. Nothing has been given. That's number one. Number two, how do you know that money hasn't been spent on? Are you in the council meetings? Is the band manager opening the books so that Fan Tom from the fucking internet can look at the band's numbers and financials? No. So I'd like to know where you're getting this data, because I live on reserve, but I certainly can't walk up there and just demand to see my band's financial records. I mean, I probably could if I wanted to, but my point is this: where are you getting your information that you think you know all, and you got it all figured out about how a reserve is run and blah blah blah, right? I just like to know this. I mean, if you've got a reliable source, I'd love to hear it. Yeah. Now, also, band councils don't have to tell anybody a fucking thing about where they feel they need to spend their money. That's what you've got. What you're exhibiting right here is colonial mindset. You're trying to establish dominance and superiority over money that you feel like has been taken out of your pocket. It is not First Nations' fault that Canada is choosing to pay off the Crown's debts with your guys' tax money. That's not our fault, right? Like, it is what it is. The Crown owes money for placing a country on top of our land and excluding us from what would be our traditional resources, what is definitely our traditional hunting grounds, and essentially our way of life. So the Crown agreed, it's in the Constitution, that those need to be paid. Like, there's a lot of money that is owed from the Crown to the First Nations people of Canada, but for some reason you all got it backwards, like we are taking from you. That's not how it is, man. That's not how it is. And then when I see you people get out here and you're flapping on, we give them this and we give them that. Well, they're not fixing the water and they're not doing this. Who the fuck are you guys to tell any of us to do what to do about any goddamn thing? Do I tell you how to run your house? No, I don't. Anyway, I'm going to try not to freak out. I'm just saying, back to an earlier video, there's a such thing. I mean, it's not proven, but I believe there's such thing as almost reverse generational trauma, and what that is this is a real thing, is colonizer mindset, right? So it's the mindset that you guys own everything. It's a mindset that you don't got to consultate with anybody that isn't that's First Nation, or if it if it inconveniences what you want to do, then it's just, well, fuck you motherfuckers, right? And that's trickled down and permeated into a lot of you right-wing conservatives. It really has. Nobody's blaming you guys for anything. I'm just saying, to assume that because you can't see it right offhand, or it's not like glaring you right in the face about, what's going on with whatever money any band got, and for some reason you're all in your feelings about that, and you think everybody else should be all in their feelings about that. That's a you problem, bro. That is a you problem, or a you people problem. And I'm not saying you people in a racist connotation. I'm just as fucking white as everybody else. I look just as white. I mean, yes, I live on reserve and I have a status card, and I've hunted and fished and done all the native shit all my life. However, I get a double-edged sword all the time, because you're not fucking native, look at you. And then, but when it's convenient, it's you fucking Indian, blah, blah, blah. So, anyway, I'm kind of going off on a tangent. My point is this. When you assume, you make an ass out of yourself. Well, Wally Oak, everyone. Until the next one.